Starting off with, I'm going to prime my eyes with the NARS Creamy Concealer. I much prefer using a concealer to prime my eyes because I just feel like it covers any veins you have in your eyes. Once it's set, I feel like your eyeshadows last so much longer on top of it, and it also adds a lot of coverage. To set that in place, I'm going to use the lightest shade from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm just going to pat this into my skin so it doesn't move the product around. And then for my first initial shade in my crease, I'm going to use the shade Nuna from the Naked 3 palette. I'm just putting this all in my crease and in the outer corner and just blending this all together. Taking the similar shade in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just going to take a bigger fluffy brush and put this higher up the crease so you can see it a lot more when your eyes are open. I just feel like this adds a lot of depth to the look. Then taking a smaller, more precise blending brush, I'm going to take this bright pink shade, which is Love Letter from the same palette, and I'm going to focus this right on my crease area but a tiny bit higher, and this just adds so much depth because I am going to carve out the lid, so it just makes sure that you're going to be able to see that I did that. And because I did put that right in the area I wanted, I'm just going to blend that out with a bit of the shade Nuna. Taking a more precise brush, I'm going to take this dark brown shade and pat this on my outer corner. This really builds up the colour and you can make it as intense as you want. And I'm just going to blend that out again with the same fluffy brush that I used with the other colours, so it makes it blend in a lot more natural. I'm then going to do the same steps as before on the outer side of my eye. You'll see why I did this in a minute and it will make sense. It looks crazy at the start, but then I'm going to, like I said, carve out my crease with concealer, or should I say my lid even. I use the same NARS concealer as I used before, and all I'm doing is just tracing out the lid where it would normally be.
I could stand you all night, just drinking in your sunlight.
To set that in place, try your best not to look up once you've put that on, because otherwise it can spread further than you want. I'm going to take the lightest shade from my Modern Renaissance palette again, and I'm just going to pat this onto the lid and just blend out the line a tiny bit because I don't want it too intense. For my lid, for the shimmer, first of all I'm going to spray my brush with MAC Fix Plus, which makes everything 10 times more pigmented. I'm going to take this pigment from the Archie's Girl collection. I will put the link down below if I can find it, however I'm not sure if they do sell it anymore. And what I'm going to do is carve out what I want on my lid and how far up I want it. This just kind of gets the initial shimmer on the lid. I am going to add glitter over the top, but if this is underneath, if I miss a bit with glitter, then it's not going to show up as much.
Can we love tonight? You put all the stars in my eyes. Can we love tonight?
For glitter, this one is from Helen E. Like I said in the intro, I didn't use glitter glue at all. However, if I was to change it, I would. Because the Fix Plus was a bit tacky from the pigment, I just applied it over the top. This colour just reminds me of Barbie. Does this not just remind you of Barbie? It's so pink, so glittery, and it's such a pretty shade. Like I said, I'll leave a link to all the products down below because I can't actually remember the name of the shade right now, but Helen E glitters are so good, and they're not really chunky, so they feel really comfortable on your eyes. Then I used a makeup wipe to wipe off excess product to create a... I am going to apply falsies, so I'm just using my usual collection lengthening mascara before falsies, as I always do. It's the best mascara before falsies. And I just use the Sultry lashes from Primark, put the glue on, and then I moisturise my face before I started my base makeup. While the glue is just drying, I always just start the base of my face. So like you saw, this is the Soap and Glory Moisturiser. This is so glowy. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but this makes your skin look really radiant and really glowy without being glittery. It is so pretty. And then I'm going to take the iconic illuminator drops. I use the ones in the shade Original, and I just put this over the top of the moisturiser to initially prime my face, and this just makes your foundation glow through, you know.
You tell me I light up the whole sky. Can we love tonight? You put all the stars in my eyes. Can we love tonight? You tell me
Now the eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to start with my face makeup. I use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, sticking with the same glowy theme, that's why I use this. This has a medium coverage, I'd say. It's not really heavy coverage, it's not really full coverage, it's just kind of in the middle. This is really pretty, like I said, and this is such a good shade match for me right now. So I just applied this all over my face with a brush. This was the buffing brush from Real Techniques. And then I used my beauty blender just to check there was no streaks or anything. Applied eyeliner to my top and lower lash line. I applied black to the top to blend with the falsies. Like I said, these falsies were from Primark, and the reason I used these were because they actually look really fake, which I think went with a Barbie look. I wouldn't normally wear them, but I just thought for this look it works really well. And then I applied my NARS concealer again underneath my eyes, making sure you be careful near your eyes on this, because that is very easy to slip up on. So I'm just going to apply this and blend it in.
Our dreams are where you'll find me. You're the only thing I see. Our dreams are where you'll find me. Your lips like
For contour, I'm using the same contour kit as before, mixing all 3 shades together and applying this everywhere because Barbie is really bronzed. And then for highlight, I thought Barbie, if she wore highlight now, would have a really bright highlight, so I used the Bar Megalicious and literally applied this pretty much all over my face. I'm then going to apply a silver glitter liner into my inner tear duct. This really opens up the eyes, and then I'm going to fill in my brows. I speeded through my brows really quick, so I already have a brow routine on my channel and it's pretty much using all the same products, so I'm just going to whiz through this and I'll leave a link to that video down below. Then using this lip liner from MUA, this is the most neutral shade that I had in my collection, so I wanted to use quite a bright pink. However, I didn't really have anything that matched it, so I just used quite a neutral shade, filled my whole lip in. And then I used this really pretty bright pink shade from YSL. I'll leave a link and the shade number and everything down below because I can't remember what it is right now. But this was just such a Barbie colour, I loved it.